You serious?
Hello and welcome to another JNMG video. I'm your host JonNario, and today it is another 20k PR video. This time it is the Revenant. Yes, as you saw in the intro, I was literally 9 power rank off getting 20,000 power rank. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable that happened. But yes, I already upgraded the power rank at least once, so yes, I am already at 20,024 power rank. My stats are as follow. I got 187,794 physical damage, 859k maximum health, that's a lot. Maximum attack speed at 242, 47 jumps, 65.6% critical hit, and 1,289.5 critical damage. My gems are also as follow. I do have this gem right here. This gem is a one of each roll, almost fully maxed out in terms of power rank. This was also once on my knight back, like way back in the day, before I swapped it with another blue empowered gem that was perfect. But this one is one of each. It is almost fully augmented. That's why I was so close to 20,000 power rank, even without upgrading. I do have a 2-star class gem. This is a 2-star class gem. I believe is a 2-roll maximum health. I don't remember, like base maximum roll percentage maximum health. This one is a 2-1 physical damage and 1 maximum health. This one is a 2-1 physical, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 physical, and 2-1 crit damage. So this character has a lot of good lesser gems, but barely any good empowered gems. Like my empowered gems suck. And yeah, here are my equipment. I'm using actually a critical damage attack speed build. Back then I used to use movement speed with this character because you can use this character as a speed farmer, but I'm using a critical damage attack speed roll because I was using this class a lot in Shadow Towers. But I will be using physical, well, not physical damage. I will be using attack speed gear, so I will change this real quick. Now I'm using the Knight subclass because I don't have any movement speed. I do have a Stellar 5 jump ring, that's why I have 47 jumps. Rat the Berserker because it's literally the best ally for physical damage. Sure Strike because I do have 65% critical hit, and Martial because damage. And Conjurer's Crucible Vial because, again, I use that all the time. I am lagging way too much. It is not even funny. I don't know why I decided to record right now. But, hey, whatever, here we go. The Revenant. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the 5th complete class that I was talking about back in the Vanguardian video. This is literally the other top tier class that I think it is a complete class. The class itself can do pretty much everything that you want because it does have the highest multiplier, well, the highest raw multiplier from a basic attack. This basic attack does 4 times damage. That is retarded. I look at this. I'm using Martial. I can 2-tap any boss with mediocre stats. And I'm able to literally one-shot everything with my Shield Bash as well. This Shield Bash does 9.5 times damage. The Bulwark Bash. That's a Stellar. Give me that Stellar. The Bulwark Bash does 9.5 times damage. I do have the class gem, that's why my cooldown is less than 5 seconds, but this class has a lot of one-shot potential. It does a lot of damage. Every raw multiplier is just ridiculously high, and I'm not going to show you here because, again, I cannot show you. I literally cannot. But this character does have a lot of survivability. It's not even funny. like, you can tell. I'm not even using martial, but I'm healing every single time. It's because of the passive ability. I would strongly suggest you should watch the Revenant class review, because the Revenant class review is, yeah, it tells you a lot about the passive. The passive has a lot to it. You give them a 5%, well, you give yourself and every single person a 5% damage boost when you hit an enemy, because you get you give them a debuff that less than take 5% more damage. And the class in itself is just ridiculously good. This class right now is just good, but yeah, it's like the Spirit Spear is a toggle ability that does, I believe, 2.5 times damage each and every single tick. It ticks twice a second, so it can do really good damage because it is an extra damage ability, because you can actually do this and then use your basic attack. It is very recommendable for you to use this ability a lot, since that ability, the Spirit Spears, it is an extra damage ability, it is a toggle ability, and it will help you out a lot. You can tell right there, I'm using the basic attack and the Spirit Spear, and pretty much that boss got deleted. And if you combine all of those with this bad boy right here, I'm just going to show you, this is a 3-star boss. I'm going to show you the combination between the ultimate ability and the Spirit Spears. So, no potion and just using my basic. So I'm just going to activate right here, and you can tell, pretty much deleted. That was without martial, and yeah, the damage on this class is just retardedly high. I would strongly suggest you should check that class review, because that class review, there's a lot to every single ability on the Revenant, and pretty much knowing those things actually do help out a lot. But if you want my honest recommendation how to use this character, you can build it however you want, because again, this is a pretty complete class. You can use attack speed and critical damage like I'm using right here, or you can use the speed farming method. Normally I don't swap any of my equipment towards this character, because this character does have his own equipment. But I'm going to show you right here, right now, with the Lunar Lancer equipment, that is a critical damage movement speed gear, how a Revenant does fare. So hold on, give me a sec. Okay, I do have my Lunar Lancer equipment, so there you go. Critical damage, movement speed, all pieces of gear. This is not my knight, this is my Lunar Lancer equipment. So I am now 20.6 KPR. But I'm just going to show you how you can use this class with movement speed build, because it is totally viable. And yeah, just use your shield bash instead of using your basic attack. As you can tell, the Revenant can still move pretty decently fast. I'm not using Trailblazing, because again, I'm using Short Strike just to get that high amount of critical hit. But yeah, as you can tell, it has a lot of one-shot potential. I know I'm attacking a lot slower, but I'm able to move from dungeon to dungeon really fast. So this class has a lot of potential of using it as a speed farmer with movement speed, or as a attack speed build character. So just going to dungeons and one-shotting everything with your shield bash. So that's how you use the character if you want to use movement speed on your gear. So if you want to use movement speed critical damage with your character, with your Revenant, just focus on using mostly your bulwark bash or your shield bash. And if you're going with the attack speed critical damage route, obviously go with your attack speed, since your attack speed does a lot of damage. I'm going to swap my equipment real quick, so give me a sec and I'll put my old equipment back. Alright, let's keep moving on. So, you already saw that you can use this character as pretty much any type of speed farmer. I used to use that the Revenant as a speed farmer before it got buffed, because I actually do like the character a lot. It feels a lot like the Knight in terms of gameplay. That how you use the Knight is how you use the Revenant. Pretty much they are the same character. Obviously the Revenant can do more damage, but the Knight is faster. Not because of the movement speed, it's because of the basic attack on the Knight. The basic attack of the Knight is faster. It can do a little bit more DPS than this basic, but this does a lot more damage. And yeah, and both of them have really good ability that does a lot of damage. Again, this character can use the shield bash that does 9.5, but the Knight can use the Spirit Squire that does 8 times damage, and it is a little bit faster. So yeah, if you like the Knight, you should use this character because they're pretty much identical. It is all personal preference at this point, so yeah. I'm using the Knight as a movement speed character, and I'm using this character as a attack speed critical damage character. So how you're seeing this character with attack speed and movement speed, well, no, attack speed and critical damage, is how pretty much how effective is the Knight as well. This character is just too good. It's really, really good. It's actually amazing, especially in something like Shadow Towers. The lifesteal of this character is just really high. It's not even funny how good it is. Like, the lifesteal is just ridiculous. You pretty much, if you don't die one shot, you pretty much are immortal. And yeah, and not to mention this character does have 2 lives. No, yeah, it is an amazing class. I would strongly suggest anyone to use it if you haven't already. This class, you can use it however you want. Obviously no energy regen because this character does not have any energy to begin with. But you can use it with crit damage and movement speed. If you're going crit damage, movement speed, obviously try to use mostly your Bulwark Bash because it has a lot of potential of one-shot. It has a lot of one-shot potential. It does 9.5. It is the highest raw multiplier in the game, tied with the Neon Ninja in terms of a regular ability. And if you're going the same as me right now, which is attack speed, movement speed, critical damage, that's what I mean. God damn it, why do I keep saying attack speed, movement speed? Attack speed, critical damage, then use your basic attack. And if you don't kill really fast with your basic, then use your Spirit Spears all the time. Remember, that's a toggle ability that will help you a lot in terms of DPS. Also use your ultimate ability on cooldown if you are not killing stuff really fast. So again, this is another 3-star boss. I can activate my ult, I can activate 3 spears. And I used a flash and I did not even use my my basic to kill the boss. The damage potential in this class is just really good. It does everything that you want for a class, and I would strongly recommend anyone to use it. But yeah, that is all I have to say with the Revenant. The Revenant is amazing. Use attack speed, use crit damage. Well, always use crit damage. You can use attack speed, movement speed, but it's not recommended because you can cycle between each and every single shield bash, but it sometimes glitch with your basic. So go with critical damage so you can do the most damage possible. Attack speed if you want to use basic. or movement speed if you're using this to one-shot enemies. If you can one-shot enemies, go with movement speed. If you have like low critical hit, go attack speed. If you want more DPS, go attack speed. Again, if you want to speed farm, go movement speed and critical damage. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think on the Revenant in the comments below. Also, if you have a Revenant, tell me which character, which power rank are you, not which character. I'm an idiot. And from now on, since there's only 4 characters remaining, I'm just going to go from the highest to lowest power rank possible. So my top 4 classes right now that aren't 20,000 power rank are the Fate Trickster, the Tomb Racer, Chloromancer, and Pirate Captain. So next episode is going to be the Fate Trickster, then it's going to be the Tomb Racer, then Chloromancer, and then Pirate Captain as the last episode. We're almost nearing all characters at 20,000 power rank, and yeah, it's been a heck of a journey, to be honest. Also, hashtag rip my dust, but not really. I can get my dust back anytime. I do still have a lot of Shadow Gem boxes in my personal chest if I do ever need gem dust. But yeah, I am rambling all too much. One thing, leave a like if you want to help the channel grow. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm all sorts of what the hell today. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. And remember, the Revenant is a complete class, and it's also a basic class that you can craft really easily. I don't remember it's a basic class, I think it's an advanced class. I'm rambling again. But it is a perfect, good all-around class, and it is amazing at everything in any portion of the game. See ya.